Alright, what up YouTube? Quasi here. Just got off of work on my way to class. And it is damn hot right now. I'm trying out some new settings. I'm going back to the ProTune flat color mode instead of GoPro color because it has a higher bitrate, so you get more quality and all the details. The only problem is that the colors aren't going to be as great as before until I can figure out how to color grade in Sony Vegas and get some poppin' blues and other colors and all that stuff. So I did want to talk about how I convinced my parents to let me get a motorcycle. And the short answer to all that is I didn't convince them. I was an adult and I bought the bike on my own. Didn't have to ask them for permission. But it's a little more complicated than that because my dad is in the Army and he's I wouldn't say high up, but he's in a leadership type position, and he has seen many soldiers come back from deployments, Iraq, Afghanistan, anywhere else. And because they're looking for an adrenaline high that can at least somewhat match what they experienced while they were deployed, one of the things they do sometimes is buy a motorcycle, because this honestly gives you a pretty good adrenaline high, at least early on. And because of that, the rates of accidents among military members on motorcycles has been pretty high, I believe, historically. But they've combated that somewhat by they offer free MSF courses on base in a lot of places. I think they require you to wear reflective vests and stuff on base, and that's all part of that to try and make things a little bit safer. But so for that reason, my dad was very hesitant on motorcycles. My brother asked him before if he could get a motorcycle, and our dad was like, no. Especially, I will say, the brother asking probably had a little bit to do with it, because I know he's out there watching. Dennis, crazy son of a bitch, love you. But, so anyways, our dad said no to that. But I think what helped with me and my parents not caring, or at least being okay with it, is partly the fact that I didn't tell them until months afterwards and they just found out, but also because I showed my responsibility in a lot of other ways. I worked hard through school, I worked hard to get a good job. I took the MSF course, I wear all the protective gear all the time. I constantly read books on becoming a better motorcyclist. I watch videos on becoming a better motorcyclist. And I take things slow for the most part. I got a small starter bike. And all that together, I think, showed my parents that I think he'll be okay. Oh, that guy's got a nice bike. Looked like a ZX6R. Couldn't tell. But yeah, that's how I convinced my parents. I showed responsibility. I paid for it myself. I took the MSF course, I got all the gear, I constantly study to become a better motorcyclist, and I don't do anything too crazy for the most part. Slow down here. I don't know why they're all slowing down so much. But yeah, my mom, on the other hand, she was excited about it. She's like, that looks cool, man. I'm glad you're having fun. I'm glad you're getting out of the house. Because I was a nerd, always playing video games. I still do. That's pretty much all I do, video games and motorcycles. And so my mom was pretty excited by all that. But yeah, that's all there is to it for me. Showing responsibility, really, and doing it on my own. I don't know, if I was in a situation where I was trying to buy it while I still live with my parents, I'm not sure that I could have convinced them. I think maybe if I did all the same stuff, showing responsibility and all that, and taking the course, and then just buying it on my own, they wouldn't have cared as much, maybe? I don't know. Do you need your parents' permission to buy a vehicle when you're a minor? I honestly don't know. I'm curious now. But I think that would have been my best bet either way, to just show responsibility and really do it, just go. But if you're in a situation where you gotta ask your parents, I don't know what to tell you other than show that you're responsible, show that you've done your research, show that you're willing to wear the protective gear and all that, and who knows, maybe they'll finally come around. Because in most cases, parents aren't trying to keep their kids from riding motorcycles because that for some evil reason or for some spiteful reason, they care about their kids usually. Not always, of course, but and they don't want to see their kids get hurt. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all. Show responsibility and just do it on your own if you can. So as always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know. Peace.